first video ever. Not my first video. I've made a lot of videos. I make music and I post it on this channel, but I've never tried to speak to a camera like this. Maybe you can hear the cicadas. I think those are cicadas. I'm sitting on my back porch, one of the many places that I love. I spend a lot of time out here. I spend a lot of time on my little homemade patio area. I'd like to introduce a Juno. This is a Juno. She doesn't really love being held sometimes, but she is one thing that I really love. I guess I'll just start by introducing the topic that I want to talk about. I always see those kind of self-help, self-love videos, those inspirational, how to be happier, how to live a more fulfilling life kind of videos, and I always kind of wanted to make one. But I don't know if I'm quite in a position to be giving anybody advice. And so, just off the top of my head, I thought that something that I do have a bit of jurisdiction, merit, to speak on are the things that make me happy and the things that make my life beautiful. So that's what I titled this little paper right here, and I literally for 5 minutes, like not 5 minutes, like probably less than a minute, just wrote some quick things down, and I'm hoping I'll just be able to talk about the things that make me happy. It's strange not to talk to someone, but I think I'll get better at it as I kind of just keep talking. So things that make my life more beautiful, and I hope I can explain kind of how I got them, because if you're watching this video, if you're watching a video called Things That Make My Life More Beautiful, I'm assuming you want to know how to make your own life more beautiful. So the first thing that comes to mind as I'm sitting in my house for the summer alone, because my roommates have gone home or gone across the state for an internship, so they're gone right now. My two roommates, who I love dearly, that's the first thing I thought of. What makes my life more beautiful? My roommates. And I guess I should just say my friends, but it's my roommates and all of the people that they've introduced me to. So I've lived in my college town for about 2 years now, and my first roommates I never really was close with, and I knew some people because I'm in my college town because I'm not too far from my hometown. So I knew people out here, but nobody that I was really close with, nobody that I really wanted to get closer to. I was, interested in finding new people. And it's funny because I'm sitting here now, and I feel like I don't really have many friends in town without my roommates and all of my other, friends that went away for the summer. But I think also sitting here today, I can say that I've never had such great people in my life. And I think it really all started last summer when I was moving out of my old place and I was looking for a new one. And I think it was Facebook. I found people that were searching for another roommate. It was a guy and a girl. I live with a guy and a girl roommate, which is such an interesting dynamic, like so much different than I think what living with just girls would be like. And I love it. Like having a guy in the mix really, I think, grounds us a bit, keeps us from, going crazy as girls do, I suppose. And I think if I'm trying to speak on how I did that, how I found that, is I took a chance. Like, I was on Facebook, and my last roommates were random, and that didn't go great. I never really felt like they wanted to be friends for whatever reason. We just never got close. I never really learned anything about them. So I had to take that chance again because I really didn't have a choice. And I came and toured the house with my guy roommate. And I can tell you, when I first met him, I didn't really know what to think of him. And it was more leaning towards the side of, I think this guy is gonna annoy me. Like, I don't know if I can live with this guy. But I went with it anyways. And the girl, my roommate, was so incredibly sweet over the phone. I just knew she was a little gumdrop. So, I mean, and to this day she is. I think she is probably the most genuine person I've ever met. And her best friend is one of the most genuine people I've ever met. And together we've become like a group of 3. And I am just like eternally blessed, eternally grateful that they came into my lives. And I have to say it's because I took a chance. So they are one of the most, uplifting, most beautiful aspects of my life. And I found them, I want to say it's by luck, but I think it was by being brave, I guess, I don't know, in a way, to step into that unknown. I don't know if you've ever had random roommates, it's kind of scary and it can go wrong, and it does go wrong, but it worked out for me, and they came at a time when I really needed them, and I've changed completely for the better. I don't know if she's texting me right now. I don't know if my past self, say 3 or 4 years ago, would even believe how fulfilled I am in my friendships. And it was a lot to not have them for a long time and feel like I was lacking those close bonds for a while, and I still struggle with that. Me and my former best friend split ways almost 3 years ago, and I still struggle dealing with that. But and that leads me to the next thing that has helped me get through that, which is music. I play music and I listen to music almost obsessively. We have a giant speaker in the house, and especially since everybody's gone, I bang music all day long, and I bang music in the car, and I bang music in my headphones when I go to the gym. Anytime that I can, I listen to music. I listen to all kinds of music. I want to taste everything. Like, I can develop an ear for pretty much anything. I am just now entering a really kind of hardcore electronic dance music phase right now because after 3 consecutive Bonnaroos, I've finally got a real knack for it. I've got a real taste for it. And I play music to deal with emotions that I don't really know what else to do with. I take these really disgusting thoughts, these really, they just eat me alive. Some of these things. I've dealt with a lot of depression and certain events in my life that have, harmed me, like, mentally, which, makes it hard for me to take care of myself in other ways. So music has been a medicine for me, and it's still a medicine, and I get to turn all of that sour shit into beautiful songs that I think are beautiful. Other people might think, I think a lot of my songs are really grotesque. That's how I would describe them a lot of the time. They can sound beautiful, but their content and the feelings that I'm releasing when I'm writing them are sometimes just the worst feelings that I have, but they turn into this, I've made something, and I love listening to my own music. I know a lot of people that make music don't really like listening to their music, but I love listening to my music, and I love getting opportunities to play it for people that are close to me that kind of might understand what it means to me. I definitely still fear judgment, but like this year when I went to Bonnaroo, I played my guitar in the woods, and I let people overhear me. I didn't play for anybody, but I let people overhear me because it is a goal of mine to play for more people. I did an open mic, and I actually had my roommate come to that, and she was so supportive. She thought it was beautiful. Yeah. And I just want to acknowledge a feeling that I'm having right now, is that I'm judging myself for making this video. I feel kind of silly. I feel kind of, nobody's gonna watch this, and I guess that's okay. I feel weird talking into a void right now, but I talk to myself all the time. I think incessantly. So I guess that is kind of another big part of my journey of making my life more beautiful, is the meditation and observance of my thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts all the time. I'm a writer, so I feel like I just have a lot of thoughts, and they spiral. Maybe I'm spiraling right now. I don't know. But being able to sit in nature that I love, listen to music, talk to my friends, those, beautiful things heal the parts of me that make those really dark thoughts, those really negative thoughts, those self-judgmental thoughts. And yeah, a lot of people want to make music, and I'd say it's really hard to get into if you don't know how to play an instrument. I didn't know how to play the guitar until I started playing the guitar, and I've been playing for 2 years now, maybe 3. I'm not gonna do the math on that. And I don't play that well, but I play enough that I can play some chords and pick a couple strings and write my own music and play kind of mostly the songs that I want to play, and that satisfies me. It's so funny. You can buckle down just enough to be proficient at something, but there's like a whole another level of like buckling down, like using that mind muscle to actually go through with trying to master something, trying to really be good at it. That's something that makes me happy and brings a lot of joy into my life, is trying to master certain things. Right now, I'm very focused on mastering like my physical fitness. So I've been working out for about 2 years now with pretty little progress, and coming from a background of disordered eating has made it an interesting journey. I don't always know when I'm eating too much. I don't always know when I'm not eating enough. I don't know when I'm exercising out of like vanity or like, judging myself for the way I look, and I don't know when I'm exercising to uplift my body, but I'm getting better at that, and I'm getting more in tune with it. And right now, I've been rehabbing my shoulders, which have been causing me a lot of pain because I started weightlifting about 2 years ago, maybe a little less than that. And I gave myself a few problems, and I stopped weightlifting so much, picked up running more, which I've always loved, but I've been trying to get back into the weightlifting, and it's going okay right now. I haven't been doing it too long, but I'm taking my time with it, and when I go to the gym, I'm really pushing myself. And when I come home and I eat, I'm eating to fuel my body. I'm eating a lot of protein. And I can tell you it makes a difference. And I don't know if it's the fact that I'm on a slight calorie deficit or it's the protein, but I feel like I'm cutting fat and I'm building muscle, which is exactly what I wanted to do, and I've always found that very hard. And I always give into the temptation of food or drinking alcohol, whatever it may be, binging on something that will give me dopamine. So, and that usually stunts my progress, but I'm feeling very motivated. And I'm making this video because I'm feeling like I'm in a good place right now. So I guess I just wanted to talk about the good things that I have going on while it feels good, I guess. Maybe I'll look back on this and remember if I forget. Let's see. I like cooking a lot now, yeah. I make very simple meals. I'll bake chicken. I'll bake like 3 chicken breasts, and these are big chicken breasts. These are Aldi chicken breasts, and have them for a couple of days and eat a crap ton of chicken with. I'll steam some vegetables, or I'll chop some lettuce and put some my favorite salad right now is iceberg lettuce, either chicken or beef, with mango and avocado and salsa and like salt and pepper and stuff. That shit fucks. That shit is so good. That makes me really happy. Eating vegetables is so important to me, you guys. I can't even explain it to you how happy eating vegetables makes me. It's the colors, it's the knowing that there's nutrients in it that you can't get from anything else. Like, my health journey has a lot to do with food. I do come from a very disordered eating background. So feeling like I'm mastering that is helping me a lot. And I just saw in the viewfinder my cross that I'm wearing, so I guess I should talk about what makes me happiest, which is my faith. And I'm wearing a cross, and I'm wearing a cross bracelet, but I have never in my life identified as a Christian. And I know that the Bible talks about not denying being a Christian, but I think being a Christian in the sense of going to church and being a part of a religious group, or participating in those religious group activities, I have stayed away from for the most part, but I definitely try to want to live more like how Jesus was described. So I wear crosses because I want to be more like Jesus. But if you look around, maybe you could understand that I also get inspiration for my faith from other places. Nature is definitely my religion. Sitting, meditating. I have these trees outside that I am thankful for every day, practicing gratitude. I think in a lot of the way, I think what makes Jesus easy for me is that even though maybe other Christians would not feel the same way that I do about like nature and spirit and energy. I think that Jesus understands my worship. I think Jesus understands that I am just trying to be a better person, just trying to be a happier person, just trying to find my way. So nobody else has to understand that. Just my God. That's who I serve. I serve myself because I am God. God is me. When you hurt other people and you hurt yourself, it's the same thing to me. Just trying not to put pain into the world as much as I can, trying to heal myself, therefore heal the world as much as I can, trying to not relive mistakes that have brought sadness into the world, just every day just trying to be better. That makes my life everything that it is. That makes it beautiful. And how did I get there? By going through a lot of shit. My friend recently said, you can't call yourself resilient without going through anything. And I think the most faithful people in the world are the most resilient. It's because because the only thing that got me through any of those times was having the faith. And I noticed when my faith was stronger, when I really tried to breathe through and continuously be grateful for everything that I had, life got more beautiful. So I'm not pushing religion on anybody, but I know what works for me and the people that I love. I want them to find their peace. I want you to find your peace. That's where I find my peace. I find it in the music. It's all, my life is my religion. My life is my art, I'm very grateful and very satisfied with how things are going right now. And I'm saying that having messed up, even recently, having made a lot of mistakes in my life, and having made a lot of decisions I wouldn't make again. But I'm here, and I love myself now, when I don't think I could say that a year ago. I don't think I could say that. Now, how did I get here? Really, how did I really get here? Not by myself. I got here by being more understanding. By loving my parents more, judging them less. We're all people. But judging other people less has made me judge myself less, for sure. Yeah. Being the love that I wanted when I felt like I didn't have it. Thinking back on all the times when I felt like I didn't have the love that I needed. Being that love heals those holes in your heart. It heals you from feeling like you're at a loss or you're missing something. So if you feel like how I felt before, which is empty, not much to look forward to, stuck, full of regret, self-loathing, lazy, unable, Be still. Just be still. And breathe. And maybe put down the blunt. Like, honestly. I find when I'm sober and you go through the pain of being sober when you're not used to it, you'll go through those so many times. I can't tell you how many times I've been sober, not sober, sober, not sober, sober, not sober, so just always relying on something. When you give yourself like permission to pull the crutches away and fucking break down if you have to and build not on top of crutches, like build on yourself. Yeah, it makes a beautiful life.